At the age of 12, I was kidnapped and raped. I think that has a lot to do with why I delved into drugs so deeply, so heavily for so long.
I hated the way I felt. I hated the things I was doing. I hated the way my children were stuck with me as a mom. And I was an embarrassment to the family, and I just really wanted to die.
Meth devastates the lives of women and their families like no other drug. Higher levels of depression and abuse, the desire to be thin, and the need for energy can open the doors to use. Unfortunately, meth increases the likelihood of domestic violence and sexual abuse, often compounding the problems that originally led to use.
Shelly, is this the last one? Is this the last one, Shelly? Shelly, did you finish it? Shelly, did you finish it? Shelly!
I used meth with my husband for 2 years straight. He beat me for not having sex while we were on meth. He beat me because I didn't want to steal money from my job for meth. He went to jail for stabbing me when the meth was gone.
My husband had beat me up. We were in this domestic violent relationship where it was not uncommon for the police to come to my house.
I would be violent with myself. Like sometimes I'd be so angry that I would cut myself.
When I was living in the streets, I did whatever I had to do to survive, to get money. I submitted myself to having sex with people for drugs.
I put up with it because inside I thought, I must be a bad person. I must deserve this somehow. And then I would look at my life and go, I'm a drug addict. I've been to prison. I'm a high school dropout. I'm a teenage mom.
Since women are often the primary caregivers for children, their use has a huge impact on their families and overwhelms the resources of child welfare agencies. Mothers neglect, abuse, or expose their children to potentially dangerous situations. Other women unintentionally get pregnant while using and find themselves unable to stop, possibly harming their unborn child. Many women lose custody of their children and have to endure years of heartache and struggle to get them back. It is crucial that pregnant women and women with children have ready access to treatment.
I got pregnant when I was on meth, and I didn't realize I was pregnant.
One day my sister came over and I was in bed. I covered myself up so that she wouldn't see me pregnant. I didn't want everybody to say, "You're pregnant, why are you using? You're such a bad person," and I didn't want anybody to know that.
In one of my runs, I left my daughter at her father's family's house, and I left her there for days and weeks and months. And so the Department of Children and Family Services opened a case against me.
Because of my addiction, I lost custody of my son.
In my addictive mind, it didn't seem like a bad idea for me to be lining up methamphetamine in one room and have my children in another.
Women often struggle with intense feelings of guilt and shame over the things they did during their use. Specialized treatment programs for women provide a safe, supportive environment to work through these powerful emotions with the help and friendship of other women in recovery. Since many women have endured serious trauma before or during their use, therapies that help them work through this should be an essential part of their treatment experience.
There was a lot of writing, there was a lot of sharing. We dug deep. I got all that stuff out, all that stuff that keeps you out there using. I just walked through it, just walked through the feelings, just walked through the thoughts and shared it with somebody other than myself, and that really helped.
I had to forgive myself for not being there as a mother, not being there as a daughter, and for all the things that I did to myself in my addiction.
I know myself better, and I've forgiven myself for all that I've done. I was the best mother that I can be at that time. I was the best daughter I can be at that time, and I'm gonna make up for that by being the best that I can be today.